Good morning, guys. Welcome back or to the channel. In today's video, we're actually going to be doing something I've wanted to do to the 6.0 for a long time. So, y'all know we powder coated a fair bit of stuff under the hood a couple months ago, something like that. Well, this truck, the hood light has never worked. I honestly think the bulb is bad, but let me go ahead and pop the hood and let me show y'all what we got going on here. So, like I said, I've kind of wanted to do this for a little bit now. I just haven't. I actually have stuff to do it, just hadn't done it. So we're gonna be doing that today. It's beautiful today. It's been raining the last 3 days, and we don't want to really do anything too much because my sister's wedding is tomorrow, so we don't want to get anything started that we can't finish today, if that makes sense. So, as y'all see, nice Alloy Works aluminum radiator. I have a discount code for these guys if you want to check out an aluminum radiator. I got this one in this truck. We just put one in the white truck last weekend. Today is Friday. Put one in it last weekend, last Sunday, and it's awesome. I absolutely love it, along with electric fans. But anyways, like I said, if you use the code on the screen right here, then you can save some money off of your Alloy Works order. But we have this powder coated stuff that we did. It looks great. It looks fantastic, except for the cold air intake, because it's fighting the dipstick tube. It's just rubbing, so not great. And I need to add some coolant. But anyway, what we're gonna do is I want to fit some hood lights to this thing. These come with these little dinky hood lights for whatever Ford thinks those were supposed to have done. I have another idea. So we're gonna go ahead and get this truck down to the shop. I want to test the wiring there to make sure that that thing works like the actual switch works, because these have like a little ball switch in them. When you open the hood all the way, the little thing contacts, and it's a whole deal. But I want to get it down here, make sure that thing even works, because who knows. But anyway, this truck hasn't been drove in a few days, so let's give her a little cold start. All right, so like I said, this thing ain't been nowhere in a few days. Pulled up the other day, parked it right here, and it ain't moved. Oh yeah, real nice. But like I said, get this thing down to the shop, and we're gonna do some testing of a few different things and see what we can figure out here, because I know there's one guy here on YouTube, Tyler from Tyler's Diesel Stop, who did one of these on Heartbreaker, and I want to do something similar. I actually want to do two, whereas he just did one. And also I want to wire mine into the factory little switch thing if we can, rather than just having it on a switch. I think that would be nicer. So anyway, I'm gonna go open the shop door. We'll get this thing in there and see what we can figure out. All right, so sorry if y'all are getting any background noise. The neighbors on the other side of this wall, they're getting their yard sprayed. They get their yard sprayed like once a month or something. But anyway, so with this, Tyler, the guy that I had mentioned on Heartbreaker, he did one. Right, I'm gonna do this that way I can reach it. One kind of like right here in the middle. Now, the rock lights that I have aren't super bright, if we're being honest, and I'll probably swap them out at some point, but I already bought them, so I'm gonna use them for right now. But what I was almost kind of thinking is on this hood, this brace comes, and then there's a flat spot right there on each side. And then okay, as I was saying before I got a call about my car's warranty, there's this little bump out right here, and then, like I said, a flat space. So I kind of think we're gonna do 1 and 1 and see how they do. Now, one thing I do want to do is I'm gonna take, and I'm probably just gonna tape them for right now. Tape them on there. We'll close the hood, see if it hits anything or anything like that. And I want to see how they shine. So we'll cut the lights off in here and we'll see how they shine. Get an idea. I know we have a window and skylights, but we can at least get an idea. Because one thing I don't want it to shine out here. I want it to showcase all of this. So anyway, I gotta run back to the house, grab the little step stool, and we're gonna get to testing those wires out and see if we can figure out where we're gonna put these things. All right, so I made these here. Just took these little, camera focus, probably not. These are just little crimp connectors. Soldered these on to some wire, made like some little test pieces. These will plug on to the hood switch. So that thing actually didn't work. We took it apart and yes, squeaky chair. But we took it apart. I took a T10 LED bulb that I had over here, and if you got it plugged in, it would work. So what was happening was the prongs were kind of spreading apart as you plug the bulb in. But these, I really wish the camera would focus on these. So you can kind of see it, sort of, not really. Let me try this focus deal here. Yeah, it ain't gonna work. But these will plug onto or into the prongs. You can kind of see it there. But this will plug onto the prong on the switch. So these are just little test wires. I have this theory. I want to try it. We had these from when my grandpa did air conditioners on school buses. So we're gonna do that. I also have some wire here. Got the solder iron heating up still. But have some wire here. I'm gonna go ahead and solder these onto our rock lights. And go ahead and try this out and see if everything works. All right, so I got our extension wires soldered on, heat shrunk, all that. And while I was working on that one, my grandpa went ahead and got some of this nice loom on here. Got that taped on there. That way everything looks all nice and neat all the way down. So should be good there. Kind of measured these out as well. So these should take us right where we want to go. So we got 2 holes in the hood. One right there. One on the other side to match. They're all evenly spaced, all that stuff. And then we'll run those down through this structure piece into where our hood light goes, because I really want to do this hood light thing and I'm hoping it works. So it mounts right there where that yellow piece is. So I showed you all those little pieces that we did for that try to plug on these here. So those should plug directly in to the hood switch, and just a test. If it works, I'll order some T10 plugs and we'll do it that way, because then all we would have to do, unsolder these or just clip them off and do that way. But anyway, we're gonna get these mounted. Go ahead, run all the wires and see how everything works. Okay, so we got everything plugged in and just temporary tied together to one of the rock lights. And as you can see, it works. And if he flips that over, it turns off. And then back over, comes right back on. So, good to go. My little test wire thing worked. So, we're going to go ahead, disconnect this. We'll get the rock lights mounted, run all the wires. We need to connect them together right about here or so. And then we can plug them directly in. And my little test wire, I'm going to leave it on for this video. And then I'll probably order just a T10 plug. Or I might not, because this works. And a T10 is very loose. I have a whole package of them right here with different styles in it. And they're all pretty loose in there, in that plug-in. So, these little things that we used are wider, and they plug in much more firm. So, we'll go ahead, get this out of here, get that heat shrunk together. I just got taped right now. We'll get that heat shrunk, and like I said, we'll go ahead, get our rock lights mounted, run the wires, get them tied together into here. And one thing I did do is, one of these is longer than the other. We can do the same thing here. That way, there's not a big lump in the wiring when it's all done. So, anyway, we're gonna do that real quick, and we should be good. All right, so if we look, let me actually turn the light on the camera. I actually run together and then down through here. You can kind of see that loom in there, runs down, over, and then out there. Had too much, that's why it looks like it runs out that way. But let me turn, there's an obstacle in here, and I want to show you that real quick. Okay, so this one over there is not too bad to run over. And this one's not too bad to run over either. But if you can see in there, and yes, we got that nice right around that wiring. That was a trick to do. Essentially what we had to do is reach in here. I pulled this back while my grandpa shot a screw in it. But you can see that is pretty tight to run wiring through, but it works. We run both sets with the loom down through the hood. Everything is good to go. Set this down, that way we didn't get metal shavings in anything. Still got a few here and there, but not anything terrible. I'm gonna throw that over there. Or on the floor, whatever works. So we got connected into the hood light. So if I get down off of here without killing myself. Also, we did tape these up there to make sure that they didn't hit anything. And that is just in front of the radiator. Matter of fact, I think if they were over by the brackets here, they would probably hit. But pull the hood down and lights go off, just like so. Open the hood and it triggers it. Very, very nice. I do like it. I like the factory functionality of that. So, like I said, on my little hood light thing, I had to take it apart. We sandpapered all the connection points and all that kind of thing. But, look at that. That's pretty dope, I will say. Also, I will show you all this at night, but that's pretty freaking dope. I did have to run and get some screws. These are 1.5 inch, has 1 inch screws. They would not work with the isolators for these. Now, due to the shape of the hood, This one does point out a little bit more. At some point, I want to take this one loose and try to shim it and kind of point it down a little more, but that's pretty dope. I do like that. And again, close the hood down. As you can see, cuts off just like so. So the way those work, there's a little ball inside of a little canister. As that ball rolls, it connects or disconnects through the ground. So be mindful of that when you connect these. They have constant power. That breaks ground. So just be mindful of that. But oh, it looks so good. I really like that. And then if we turn the light off on the camera, you can see a little bit better. And again, pull the hood down, they cut off, hood up, and they cut back on. Super nice. I do like it. Now, if the hood's in motion, they do flicker just a little bit because of that ball in there is kind of moving around. That's just part of the party. But anyway, my grandpa made the comment, oh, that's going to make working on this thing so much easier. I don't really care about that. I don't intend to work on this thing very much, but as far as showing off the powder, it's pretty dope. Back up here, as you can see, that's pretty cool. And I actually ordered some stuff that's going to make this a little nicer. So the cowl is cracked. We'll get a new cowl at some point. But this thing that I have kind of goes in that area. It's going to make this nice, especially after we powder coat it. And I got a different one of these through the same folks. So expect a video on that soon. I'm going to install them raw, then we'll powder coat them later. But I think they look pretty dope. And then at some point I'd kind of like to do the caps up here, or kind of like the regular return, get rid of that fuel filter. But the oil filter cap I'd like to powder. I'd like to powder coat the turbo and maybe an alternator and an intake elbow, or maybe this one. So we're not done with powder coat in here. And our friends over at Alloy Works sent us another degas bottle that is raw aluminum as well. So we got some more stuff that I want to do. This is not all of it by any means. We just got to get to it. So anyway, and I still have that core turbo that I want to send off to some folks. I just need to get around to that. I've been dumping all the money into powder coat. So hadn't been focusing a bunch of money with this because I want to get that rolling. But anyways, like I said, I am going to show you all this tonight when it gets dark, because obviously you probably can't see it right now, but I am going to get this thing out of here and back to the house. Also, we got solar installed on the house, so the inspector's here right now and looking at everything. So anyways, like I said, get this thing fired up, get it out of here, and I kind of want to do reels real quick. So I'm going to do that, get a TikTok video, and I guess I'll catch y'all when it gets dark. Alright guys, so I know y'all can probably hear the neighbors having their little party they do every Friday night, but we're here in front of the 6.0. I don't know if y'all can see it, but take a look at that. So I think this is pretty dope. To be 100% honest, my grandpa absolutely loved it as well. We come out here a minute ago, was looking at it and everything, and I think that's pretty good. So you can see right there, get me a thumbnail. I might use that thumbnail, I don't know, but everything is well lit up. And this purple freaking pops. Now, I mean, you can see it's filthy. No question about it, it's filthy. And I still need to put a little antifreeze in here. But anyway, I think it looks killer. Super bright. I mean, you can see it pretty well. Let me step back here. Yeah, I mean, it's super bright. Almost ridiculous in a sense. Now, I had talked about doing more powder coat on this, and I still might, and I really want to at some point, but this looks killer. Candy purple over chrome on these. I do want to change this purple. This purple does look really good, but I want to go with the prismatic purple or Columbia's candy purple. This from the coating store, the powder coat store, is nice. Their chrome is not as reflective as Prismatic's. And Prismatic's purple is a little deeper, but I mean, this looks killer. So super happy about that. And I mean, again, pull the hood down, they go off, hood up, cut right back on, just as factory. It looks good. I mean, there's no weird, anything going on. And again, there's no toggle switch nowhere. There's no anything. Factory wiring into the factory hood light. It's nice. It's clean. It's automatic. I love it. Super happy. Now, I need to get some rock lights on the truck. But anyway, guys, I think that is going to be a wrap for this one. Sorry for the background noise, like I said. But if y'all enjoyed today's video or found it helpful, please drop a like and comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope everybody has a great day.